But clock works the way the clock works. It's time to move on. For entertainment, we're going to be talking about Jackie Robinson. And was Jackie Robinson a DEI hire? And that's kind of the question that kind of prompted this segment, our thoughts on this segment. So if you're like me, not a sports person, I'm not a sports person, but I know who Jackie Robinson is. But let's say you don't know who Jackie Robinson is. I'm going to share a bit just to bring you up to speed. So this, and just so you know, this came about because I was talking to Q. And this is like a sports person fact. A person that knows a lot about sports would know this fact. In the MLB or Major League Baseball, all of the teams, any team you go to, you can't wear number 42, and that's because Jackie Robinson wore number 42 when he played baseball, and the whole league retired that jersey number in honor of him, right? And that's such a profound thing. Like normally your team will hang your jersey, but the whole league. So when Q mentioned that to me, then this question came up: was he a DEI hire? And then we got to talking about it, and we thought it would make great radio. So I'll share a bit for those that don't know. This is from JackieRobinsonMuseum.com. Jackie Robinson was born on January 31st, 1919 in Cairo, Georgia, the son of a sharecropper and the grandson of former slaves. Young Jackie grew up in Pasadena, California, raised by a single working mother of 5. After graduating from Pasadena Junior College, Jackie attended the University of California at Los Angeles. A star athlete, Jackie became the university's first 4-sport letter winner, excelling in football, basketball, track and field, and baseball. After leaving UCLA, he served in the U.S. Army during World War II, but was court-martialed and honorably discharged for standing up for his rights and refusing to move to the back of a segregated military bus. I didn't know that. That's dope. Upon returning home from the military, Jackie Robinson set his sights on joining baseball's Negro Leagues and began playing shortstop for the Kansas City Monarchs in 1945. Later that year, opportunity beckoned when Branch Rickey, the general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, invited Robinson to become the first African-American to play for the all-white Dodgers farm team, the Montreal Royals. Anticipating the great adversity that Robinson would face as he integrated modern baseball, Rickey professed he needed a player who could bear the torment, famously telling Robinson he was looking for a ball player with guts enough not to fight back. On April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson stepped onto Ebbets Field for his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was the beginning of an unparalleled career in baseball. At the end of his explosive 10 years as a Dodger, his record included a .311 batting average, 137 home runs, 734 runs batted in, and 197 stolen bases. In 1955, he helped the Dodgers beat the New York Yankees to win their first World Series championship. Robinson took home the Rookie of the Year award in 1947, the MVP award in 1949, and in 1962 became the first African-American inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, so that's who Jackie Robinson is. Q, was Jackie Robinson a DEI hire?
So I'll take a couple of steps back first.
Okay.
For the baseball fans listening, you heard that. So Jackie Robinson batted .311. That's how .311 is read in batting average.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I had to school my brother on his sports take.
Okay. I'm getting there.
So something keeps happening. And I'd never seen it happen before about 10 years ago. And now it happens all the time. And we just keep letting it happen, which is really, really, really disturbing. Once upon a time, one of my good friends, his son was going to college. And as he was getting ready to go to college, I was telling him a story about, my experiences, leaving the city, going to college, and dealing with racism for the first time, and having a classmate where I was the first Black person he'd ever met, and all the different struggles that come with leaving home, leaving the watch of your parents, and, going out into the world to claim your autonomy and to experience life. And when you come from a city like mine, Detroit, Michigan, where most of your life you're surrounded by Blackness, stepping out in the world into the world can be a much different experience than you expect.
Mhm.
And his response was, don't even worry about it, Q. He woke. And that was the highest compliment he could pay his son.
Nice.
Everyone that would have heard it would have understood that. Don't even worry about it, bro. He woke. He's enlightened.
I like that.
He's informed. He's plugged in
He's not asleep.
or unplugged, however you want to use that. Like Ramses said, he's not asleep. He's aware, bro. He knows what's going on. And the right took that word and made it a contextless pejorative where they use it just as an insult, having no idea its roots or what it's supposed to mean. And what we did is we let them get that off.
Mm.
So now when they call someone a woke liberal, that woke liberal pushes back like they've been insulted or like they've been called something bad. Like we let them hijack and reappropriate the word. The same thing we let them do with affirmative action. The same thing we let them do with critical race theory. And now, once again, we're letting them do to DEI. So someone, in an effort to insult Jackie Robinson, and they didn't say the words, but their actions showed it, removed him from, I think it was the United States Army's archives. And then, some right wing extremists and just flat out jerks accused him of being a DEI hire on television and in print. And we collectively got upset. No, he's not. And it's like, people, yes, he absolutely was. And that's the point.
Bingo.
One of the most qualified and talented athletes in the history of the world lived in a world that would have never even given him a chance because they determined before he showed up that he was underqualified because he was black. DEI gave him a chance, shout to Branch Rickey, and showed the world that y'all tripping. Y'all might want to get a little piece of this black in y'all sports because they're brilliant and talented and beautiful and they make the game look like art. We once again have let them co-opt something, determine what it means. So now when we see an American flag wave, we think right-wing MAGA racist instead of American. Or maybe that's what American is becoming. Maybe that's what that is becoming. But initially, we just let them take it. We let them take the church. They're the party of God and guns. We let them
Crazy.
get. We let them be both pro-life but anti-feeding children lunch at school.
Yeah.
So in another instance, DEI is exactly what Jackie Robinson represented. An all-white league being integrated, some diversity, some inclusion, and eventually some equity, at least in that space. Because today, if you're as good as Jackie Robinson was back then, you might earn $2, $3, $4, $500 million to play a game. And now, Afro-Cuban, Afro-Dominican, Afro-inspired Spanish-speaking people from all over the world dominate that game a lot more than the African Americans do. But we all come from the same source. And Jackie Robinson was the bridge and the gateway and the door for all of these people, for all of these ethnicities, all these backgrounds, all of these cultures to play a game that they love, a child's game for a king's ransom because of DEI. Let's not let them continue to co-opt, rebrand, and reprogram us on everything that we know to be true. We got to do better than that. My opinion, and one that I picked up from somebody I admire greatly, the great Nick Wright, Jackie Robinson was absolutely a DEI hire.